Hi everyone, it's Donna with Embroidery.com. How is everyone's Thursday night going? I had to ask my husband 3 times today what day it was. Are you sure it's not Wednesday? I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. Are you sure it's Thursday? I don't know why, but this week has just kind of bulldozed right over me and I forgot what day of the week it was. But at least we're here, right? At least we're here. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Monica. Hey, Beth. I hope you all have had an amazing week. Hey, Maria. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Jody. I've been looking at our page and you guys have been stitching up a ton, which is awesome. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Cheryl. So I just finished up the video for how to use the lap stand. So I figured I'd go over that with you tonight. I'm not sure if I'll get to the how to start tomorrow. I might actually. So maybe I'll start that one tomorrow. We can do that on next day. Hey, Eldamira. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Loretta. So let's share. So we can, where is it? Right here. We can go over it. I'll play the video in the background, but we can just sit there and talk about it. So the lap stand comes with 20-inch rods, 12-inch side bars, and then everything you need to make the lap stand.
Here on the sidebars, there are holes.
Let's mute that. And so I go over, in this video, I go over how to use it when you're sitting on a couch, how to use it as a table, how to use it when you're sitting like in a wingback chair, and how to use it when you're like sitting on another couch, but you're sitting like on the side of it instead of like in the middle of it. So when I do it when I'm on a couch, especially this couch, my middle cushion will like sink down. Hey, Barbara. So with the placement of the legs, it's lucky enough they're up higher. So I usually will place it like on the second hole down. So if I use like shorter rods, it might sink down. So I may have to put it like on the top one. But with the 20-inch rods it comes with, I don't have to, it's like almost perfect on this couch that it holds it up. And, of course, I love pillows. So I've got a pillow behind my back and a pillow under my arm. But you know what? I would do that even if I was doing a hoop. I would put pillows everywhere. I love my lap stand. I've been using it for years, and I'm using it for a project I'm working on now. Yay! I love my Easy Stitch lap stand. I know, it's the best. The best thing for me, I mean, the lap stand is $90, $95, $94. I think that's the price of it. But it's, a one-time purchase, and you have it for years. I bought my very first one, I don't know, back in the early 90s. I want to say 91, 92. And I still have it. Obviously, I buy new rods, but, my original. And then I can just sit and stitch, two-handed. But yeah, pillows are a huge thing. I put them under my arm, and behind my back. I'm a pillow fan. Thank you for the idea. Oh, pillows are like the surprise gadget that you need because they help so much. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have a pillow behind my back and under my arm. My lap stand is a hip hugger. I mean, just fits. I need leg extensions. I don't have a lap. You need longer legs. Okay, so we'll get to that. So on this, when you're doing on a table, obviously I've got the rods moved in here, because my project wasn't that tall. But when you go to do it on a table, you'll put the legs at the very back of the sidebar. And then the table, the scroll frame itself comes towards you instead of you leaning over it. So this is what I did when I would go to retreats, things like that. Or if we had an in-person sit and stitch. I use mine all the time until I got the floor stand. I know, right? I have to put pillows under my arms too, just to get that pressure off the shoulders, you know, and off the neck. I have my lavender and lace that I'm working on my Easy Stitch lap stand. Your belly's too big. I don't know how big the legs are. How long are the legs? So this was interesting. So I really never used this chair for stitching. But I wanted to show how it would work, right? So I go downstairs and I put it there and I was like, dude, this is like perfect. The legs, I say the legs fit on the legs here. That's why I had to do the oops. But the legs fit perfectly on the arms. It was crazy. I did have to lower it down a little bit. I lowered it to the last hole because that's where it felt comfortable. But in this position, I felt like my arms were being supported by the arms of the chair, and I didn't need to lower it. Maybe the floor stand is an option for you, Eldamara, because you can position the frame wherever you want and have it come toward you. It's really nice. So yeah, and again, you know, my favorite thing, stitching two-handed, because it's so much nicer. It's so much nicer. So this one I love because, you know, you can stitch. I mean, this couch is totally different. So my cushion doesn't sink like it did on the other couch. So my frame is level no matter where I place it. You have the floor stand? Oh, yay! Yay, yay, yay. Oh, there's something I didn't address in this. You can see that my project on this is much shorter than the rods are. I think that project is only, you know, like, I don't know, 15, 16 inches wide, and the rods are 20. So you can also always put on, you know, smaller projects on longer rods. On my project, Reggie, my lion, he's on like 30-inch rods, and he's only like 20 inches. But that's what you get with the floor stand, so that's what I put him on. I have the floor stand too, but prefer the lap stand for smaller projects, as I had trouble with getting my fabric tight enough, as I have to use longer rods with my recliner. Oh, one tip I can give you when using rods is, so on the floor stand, it comes with 10-inch sidebars. So if you are having a problem getting tension, move your rod to the center hole and attach it to the floor stand with the back hole. The closer together your rods are, the tighter your tension will be. Or use the 12-inch rods and place it wherever you need to. And again, move the rods closer together, and then you'll get better tension. This is my recliner, so it's nice. But how fun is that I could like change the leg to fit onto the arm and still have the frame be level if I needed to, you know, scoot it over to work on the other side. I tried stitching two-handed. It doesn't work for me. I feel like it takes me longer because I feel like I'm slower doing it that way. You probably are. Because, sorry, my mouth is like super dry, so I'm like, keep taking drinks. But you probably are taking longer because you don't have a rhythm. You don't have a rhythm yet, so you're not sure where to go, you know? So we do have a leg kit, so you can always buy the lap stand. But if you've got a bunch of scroll frames already, and you just need legs to make a lap stand, you can do that with the leg kit. It used to be you could only get the legs if you bought the lap stand, but when we bought it, we changed that. We decided to have a leg kit. So no matter what you have, you can make it a leg. Two-handed takes practice, and I've gotten much better at it. It does take practice. If it's not a, if it's not a natural or a, normal way you stitch, it would take practice. Absolutely would take practice. So I grabbed my big Heaven and Earth project, which is on 42-inch scroll rods. But again, you can still put that on legs too. However, with this one, instead of moving the scroll frame, because that would be weird, I would move where I sit. I would go to the next cushion or the next cushion after that. I wouldn't move the frame. I myself would move. But that kind of gives you an idea of how you could adapt the scroll frame, the lap stand, or if you were sitting on a couch, if you were sitting in a chair, if you're sitting at a table. Yeah, you could do however you needed to. I agree. I had a conversation with my daughter a while back about two-handed stitching, and she just said, you make it look too easy. So it looked easy. So I tried it, and it's not easy. But you're right. It does take a minute to learn. I think all of it does, doesn't it though? Especially if you've been stitching for a long time, and then you go and try to stitch a different way. That would be super hard, I mean, like, it's the same going forward or backwards. Like, if I went to go do a hoop, that would be hard for me. I think that would be super hard for me. I don't think I could do it. I think it'd be hard. Okay, so let's go. And I mean, there's so much to look at. I kind of want to just go and look at stuff today. Is everybody up for that? Because there's so many pretties. Okay, let's do this. That is stunning. I am loving that. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Just the colors, the stitching, all of it. I'm loving it. Loving, loving, loving it. It's beautiful. I tried the Q-snap frame once and couldn't do it. I'm a hoop stitcher. I completely agree with you. When you find that one little thing, you're just like, I mean, like when I tried this Q-snap, it was when it first came out. So again, back in the 90s. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. But for me, it was just, it's really heavy. I think I have one back there, but it just was really heavy. So it didn't really work for me, but that's why we get it and we practice and we see if it works. And I love how sometimes, you get it and you're like, yeah, that didn't work for me. But then other times you get like, the scroll frame or whatever, and you're like, yes, why didn't I know about this? It's a thing. Oh my goodness, look how cute she is. Oh, I love it. Maleficent. It's a French company. I can't remember the name of it, but they have like all of these. Oh shoot, what's the name of it? It's La Petite something. I don't know, but she's got like so many other what is it? This right here. See, now you know why I didn't know the name of it. Because La Petite Croix de Luce. I don't know. But look at all, look, see, Jasmine, Alice in Wonderland. Look how cute those are. Look, Ursula, Maleficent, all Christmased out. How cute. Another Alice, Little Mermaid. Here's Maleficent. How amazing is she? Anna, Aladdin, Red Riding Hood, Tinkerbell. They're just so cute, right? I love them. I love them. So I was excited when, oh, wrong one. This one. When I saw this the other day. And look at that fabric. The fabric's like purple. I also stitch well on a recliner sofa, so the large lap frame wouldn't work. I'm amazed by the work of others who do them. I can't grasp the 200 thing. I will stick with one-handed. You know what? If it works for you, keep doing it. As long as you're stitching, right? As long as you're stitching. Look! A whole other section is done. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I feel like this took a while, and these you're just boom, boom. You know, it's like this middle section took a minute, and then the others is just like done, done, done. Super, super fast. Oh my gosh, how cute is he? Oh, now that's adorable. That's adorable. Bunch of different, oh, a little Santa, and how cute. How cute is that? Oh, look how cute that is. The pattern Magic Kingdom by Stuart Cunningham. That's cute. Got Little Mermaid and Snow White going on. I like it. Oh, that's a cute Merry Christmas. A couple kitties. Oh, that's super cute. Oh, wow. See, look, she's got some side tensioners that are magnets. I like those. That's stunning. It's not quite done. Well, it looks amazing. It looks amazing, so you're good. 320 more stitches today. Dang. 77% complete. That's awesome. Okay, so this is a temperature chart. So I saw this earlier this week. Temperature chart, am I almost finished for Unto Us? So like, is each letter a day of the temperature, or is each, like, is 2 rows that day? How is it broken up? How do you figure out what temperature is what day? These are my questions I ask. Like, I want to know the logistics of it. But I love it. I think it's awesome. Those temperature charts are one things that you can't stitch until that day, you know? I mean, you have to know the temperature that day is going to be before you can stitch it. So it's definitely going to be a year-long project because you can't stitch it without knowing the day. How do people know how many stitches they stitch a day? Do they have a special counter or program that tracks their progress? So there's a program out there called Pattern Keeper that when you mark off where you've stitched on it, it will tell you. It will tell you how many stitches you've done. It will tell you how much percentage you've done. It'll do all that. It'll tell you how many you did that day, all that kind of stuff. I haven't played with Pattern Keeper in a while. The problem I was having with it is that the patterns I had downloaded weren't in their list of, I don't know, approved designers. So I couldn't upload the designs I had downloaded like I downloaded them onto my phone because I like bought them on Etsy or whatever. Downloaded on my phone, but Pattern Keeper didn't have that artist as an approved person, so then I couldn't upload them to Pattern Keeper. But that was like, I don't know, 2 years ago. So they may have changed that now. Let's see, I have a pattern that I follow that tells me how much to stitch for each day. Oh, that's cool. I think they use a weather app for the temperature stitch to get the temperature. I've seen lots of people doing that. I have too, which I think is really, really cool. I do think it's really cool. Also, I know my friend just uses, she just uses her image as a PDF, and it doesn't tell her how many stitches she's done though, but she's able to use it and just mark off what she's done. But yeah, I need to go back and play with Pattern Keeper some more because it's kind of awesome. Each day is about 3 or 4 lines in each letter depending. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. I love it. I love the temperature ones. They're just so, I don't know, innovative. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? Christmas berries. Christmas. How cute. What? Half hour of stitching and an hour of frogging. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Yes, we're doing it tonight. Oh, look how cute that is. That's adorable. Cute little. So Mill Hill, Jim Shore, St. Nicholas. Love it. Oh, look how good that's coming. Dude, that's almost done. That's really, really close. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful that is. Done with her dress. Final stitching with the remainder of 1/1 skin. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh, that looks so good. Just got it framed. We're going to give a finish bell to that because that's stunning. Oh, I'm loving this. Long dog sampler. Pavan for the times. That's beautiful. That is so pretty. Oh, fat cardinals. I love it. We've been working on custom cardinals. How cute are they? I love fat cardinals. One of my local customers is obsessed with fat cardinals. And so we kind of like send each other stuff about fat cardinals. Whenever I see a pattern that has a cardinal in it, I'm like, send it over to her. Oh my goodness. How cute is that leprechaun, you guys? Come on. Mr. Finnegan by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Oh, so cute. So cute and cheeky. I love it. That is very good. What was this? I know she sent me a picture of what it was, but now I don't recall. That sounds about right for me. I love this. This is so cute. Ring a bell for a finish because it's awesome. So awesome. There's nothing better than that finish high. Am I right? I mean, and it is a high. I mean, like, my favorite thing is to hear that Velcro coming off because that's awesome. So it's a high. And this looks amazing. A bunch of little flowers start taking shape. Oh, look at those. Oh, that's very cute. Oh, look at the cute Santa man. Prairie Schooler 1986 Santa. Very cute. Ooh, Emma's Garden. Ooh, that'll be beautiful on this fabric. I love that. Yeah, that'll be beautiful on that garden fabric. Look at that. Oh, that's stunning. So pretty. So pretty. What is this? French alphabet sampler. Is this done? Oh, it's not done yet. Hit a milestone this evening. 150 hours of stitching on fire and ice. Probably 100 to go. That's awesome. Because I think Pattern Keeper not only keeps track of obviously your pattern, but I think it keeps track of hours too. So whether you're, stitching or frogging, it'll keep track of the hours. I think. Again, it's been like 2 years since I played with Pattern Keeper. And when I was playing with it, I think it was in the beta version. So, oh, look at the cute basic embroidery. Look at all that. Oh, that's a fun kind of crazy quilt thing. That's awesome. I love it. Oh my goodness, it's a finish. A Boyd's bear. Look how cute she is. It's an app. I downloaded it to my phone, Pattern Keeper. I think I downloaded it to my tablet as well. But that was my old one, so I haven't looked at it. But I could download it to my new tablet. So I did download it to my phone, though. So, yeah, it's an app you can just download. It's pretty nice. So I need to go and redo it and play with it and see, how it works. Now that, yeah, mine's an Android. My phone's an Android. So again, I don't know what it would do on an iPhone. I don't know if it is only for Android or not. I'm not sure. I don't know if it'll even tell me if I go and look, if it's only for Android. Let's see. Oh, I already still have it on my phone. Ha! Well, it totally downloaded the pattern I wanted. How do badges work on our group? I had one of the visual storytellers, but it's no longer under my name. Do you see them if you don't do something? It is only for Android. Yeah, the badges are a Facebook thing. I don't award badges. Facebook does. And I truly don't know how they work. I truly have no idea how they work. So, I don't know. I think I can go in and look at who has what badge, but I think that's it. I don't think I can do. I'll go look and see if I can award badges. Never done that before. Just Facebook has done it. So I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. How cute is this? Is finished? Yes. How adorable. Who is this by? Stitchy Princess on Etsy. That is a cute version of Alice. That is cute. Oh my goodness. Hey, this is a finish too, right? Yes. I think that's a finish. A finish on the bookmark. Yeah, and there's different ones. There can be like top posters, and they can obviously there can be storytellers, and there can be all kinds of different little badges that you can be awarded depending on how many times you post and how often you comment and like and share and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I have no idea. There's a lot of the Facebook stuff that I don't know. I'm just saying. There's just some of it I just don't know. So, hey, Merlin, no worries. No worries. We're just going along and seeing. I haven't seen this. That's cute. Oh my gosh. How freaking cute is that? It's cute because it's not happening to me. it was mine, I'd be like, okay, come on. You gotta leave me alone. That was pretty funny. What is this? Aurora Cabin. Very nice. Found the frog. Lost my bobbin. Lost bobbin into the air. So it's just a cabin? Or what is it going to look like? It's very cute. You've made a lot of progress on it. That's really good. Did you finish the other one you were working on? I guess I will find out as I keep scrolling. Oh my gosh, look at all that heart anchor. That is looking so good. Oh, that's looking so good. So I had somebody ask me, what other ways can you finish a piece besides framing it? So this is what I said, and then I want you guys to come up with other things beyond what I said. So there's framing it, there's making it into a bell pull, there's hooping it. So, like the finished piece is, framed with a hoop. So a pillow, I've even seen somebody put it on like a jacket, like their jacket back. There's freestanding, which is like this, a freestanding piece. There's where you have like a different type of, I don't know, like I've seen one where they bought like this cute little truck thing from Hobby Lobby, and they put a piece of embroidery on it, piece of cross stitch on it that was really cute. So besides all what I just mentioned, tell me other ways to finish your cross stitch. It's the winter cabin Kelly dumped on me. He's like, hey mom, I want this. My kitten does that too when I'm stitching. It's cute, but not fun when they get your floss caught in their claws. It's very true. It's very cute. Greeting cards. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yes. It's one way to make sure a card doesn't get thrown away. Canvas stretched. Oh, for needlepoint. Oh, for needlepoint, there's a bunch of others that I didn't think about. Like, you could do chair seats. You could do ottoman seats. I did say table runners, and I did say, table toppers or doilies. Oh, towels. I didn't think of towels. That's a good one. Quilted wall hangings. Oh, that's a good one. Project bags. Oh, good, good. Yes, yes. Project bags, tote bags. Yes. A couple years ago, Target had these bags for like $1, and they had like little zipper bags, and then they had bigger makeup bags, and then they had a tote, and they had holes all over, so you could cross stitch on them. It was a big, big thing. Quilts, jewelry boxes. Oh, that's a good one with the hole in the top. I think I have one somewhere. Wall hangings. Yeah, wall hanging of any kind, whether it be a bell pull or any kind of holder. Wooden boxes in different shapes. Yes, 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 yes. I like that. Coasters. Oh, yeah, coasters, ornaments. Yeah. I saw a really cute one mounted on an old pie pan. Oh, that's a really cute idea. Oh, I do like that idea a lot. Ornaments. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hearts come home for Christmas from designed by Jean Fish. Piece on our sampler. That's adorable. How cute is that? See, like something like this on a pie pan would be really cute. Pencil holders, ornament cloths, bread cloths. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Where did she stitch? I can't tell. But it's beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at that. I think the last time I saw this, the maiden wasn't there. I think the last time I saw it, like she'd only stitched to like here. So that's some awesome progress. Placemats, that's a good one. Mounted on trivets. Oh, yeah, that's a good one too. I like that. I like that. See, look how cute. I love the fabric she picked. Golfer's diet. Live on greens as much as possible. Switch plate covers. Yes. Like light switches. Yes, I've seen those. Yeah. I've even seen a clock where you can do the face of a clock and mount it in the clock. If you've ever went to, I think it's Sudbury House, they have all kinds of things that you can use. Oh, look at the cute little mouse. Mary Mouse from Brookswick's Advent Calendar. How fun is she? Oh, look how cute. The little stamped quilt. That is so cute. What am I looking at here? At first I thought it was like a coffee mug with bubbles, but there's a house on top of it. Not exactly sure what that is, but it's very cute. And you made really good progress on it, so that's awesome. Ooh, so pretty. Hello, Summer. That's gorgeous. Oh, watch bands. Watch bands, tablecloths. Oh, I even have a brooch. I have this little brooch. It's about legit that big. And in the center is the teeniest, tiniest cross stitch you've ever seen. And I have no idea where I got it from. I just all of a sudden had this brooch. And it's awesome. I've thought about making it into a needle minder, but if it's like, I don't know, worth something, I don't want to tear, I don't want to tear it apart and glue a magnet on it and decrease its value. So I've left it the way it is. But I mean, the whole thing is like this big, and the cross stitch is, I don't even know. It's like smaller than, I mean, it might be that, that size, that big around, if that. I'll have to remember to grab it and bring it down here so I can show you guys. Oh, is this the cabin? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Your son dropped it in your lap. Can you have this done by December? It's not that big. 10 by 12. Can you have it done by December? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Why does he want this? That's hilarious. Yeah, you probably a needle eye case. Oh, that's good. You probably I think he can get it done by December. But he owes you. Oh my goodness, look at that. Like all those paws were not there last time. Last time I think I could only see like the dude's head. Yeah. I mean, I know you guys said this with Paw Patrol, but that dude looks like somebody from another cartoon that I've seen, like Rockaboy or something, because he has bare walls. Oh, okay. Well, that will definitely take up a wall. That will definitely take up a wall. I love it. I hate patterns that have no shading overlay. It's a true story. Astro Boy, yes, thank you. He does look like that, right? Am I wrong? Like, not that I've ever actually watched the whole thing. I just remember a boy like that. Oh my God, how cute is she? Pearly Pig by Brookswick's Advent Animal Collection. That's cute. That is adorable. I'll Be Home series by Twin Peaks Primitive. How cute is that? That's going to be a fun one. So I think what I need to do is I need to make a blog post about the whole keep stitching thing. because only a handful of us know what it is and why we're doing it. Does anyone know where the washer goes on the lap stand? So you put the washer on the inside of the, so you'll put the washer here, then you'll put the screw in, and then you'll put the spacer, the leg, and then the knob. The washer is there because over time, when you're tightening it down and stuff, that screw will go in and it will dent the wood. So the washer's there to make a bigger, to get more of a depth, you know, around it. So you have more pressure going on the wood instead of a smaller, instead of just the screw going into it, you have the whole washer. Does that make sense? That's where the washer goes. Now, do you need to use the washer? No, you don't need to use the washer. I like the washer, which is probably why it's in there, is because I like the washer. Okay, so this is cute. That's really cute. Oh, that's a finish too. Yay! That's a finish too. Oh, that's cute. Make your progress today. She doesn't say what it is, but I'm assuming it's a little cottage because that looks like a cottage to me. Oh my goodness, look how cute. You're just cruising on this, man. You are just cruising. I love it. So yeah, I think what I need to do make a thing about the keep stitching, because only, you know, only anybody that watches these or attends these knows about it. And so I need to make it available to everybody. What does your back look like? I don't have my stitching with me. Oh, here, I have this one. Okay. So, where am I? That's my front. That's my back. So, now, the question is, does it matter what your back looks like? The answer is yes and no. The reason being is if your back has a lot of bumps and a lot of knots and a lot of, you know, collections of threads and everything, when the framer goes to put it on the board and stretch it out, whether she's, whatever method she's using, whether it's stitchy pinning or lacing or whatever, your fabric isn't going to lay smooth. It's going to lay with all those bumps. So when they put it on that board and they go to stretch it out, you're going to see all those bumps come through. So yeah, it does matter how it looks because you want it to be flat and smooth and even. Oh, thank you. I think she's pretty too. So yeah, it does make, you know, having a nice back does make a difference because, you know, she's not gonna, there's no knots or anything. She's gonna lay as smooth as possible. Now, something like this, it looks like, you know, she stitches that way all over. So in reality, when you go to frame it, if that's how her whole back looks, if that's how the stitching is all across the piece, then it will theoretically lay flat because it'll all have that cushion on the back and lay flat. But that's the reason why they tell you no knots and to have your back look as neat as the front. Is because it's not necessarily how you stitch. I mean, it is how you stitch, but it's, you know, how the piece is going to look when it's framed, when it's stretched. It used to be this thing, which I mean, okay. For if I was just to show somebody my stitching and be like, oh yeah, this is my stitching, and they turned it over to look at my back, I feel like that's rude. I feel like that's that's just not proper etiquette. However, when somebody brings me stitching and I look at it, they want my opinion on it. They want me to educate them. So I will look at the back and be like, okay, you need to do these things. So it's a little different, you know? Yeah, I do always look at somebody's back, but it's usually because I'm trying to educate. Whereas it used to be considered very, very rude, especially if it was another stitcher. Like before I had the store, before I was in this job or whatever, if I would show a stitcher my project and they look at the back, I would consider that rude. Number one, I wasn't looking for their approval. I was just showing them my project, you know. Now, again, your back, it does matter, you know. Number one, you know, how much thread are you using? You know, are you using too much thread or just enough thread? You know, is it going to have lumps and bumps and bruises in it? You know, things like that. So, like I always say, when you're stitching, try and take the least worn path as possible. You know, so if you're going up, come down. You know what I'm saying? So don't jump. I was asked to finish a kit someone had started. I tried, but my stitching was smooth on the back and what she had done was lumpy. So I'm just scrapping it all and starting fresh. Finishing somebody else's project has got to be one of the hardest things in the world to do. Because no two stitchers' style is the same. No two stitcher, I mean, yeah, we could all go in the same direction. I go from bottom left to top right, you know, so that's how I do my stitch. One of my instructors years ago had somebody come and was like, hey, can you finish this piece? Well, that person stitched backwards from my instructor. And so she had to like concentrate on every single stitch to flip it in her head. And she said that was really hard. And you could definitely tell where her stitches were and where their stitches were. My back of stitching is my own. Not bad, but don't look. Pretty much. Yeah, I agree. Unless you're, you know, unless you're showing it to, you know, an instructor or something of how can I make my back better. But yeah. This is my first head and first time parking. Ooh, there aren't any knots, just back stitching one block at a time, but I don't like the way the back looks. Is this yours, Betty? So, okay, so when I started my Heaven and Earth, I don't get parking at all. I don't understand parking at all. So beyond that, I could not, for the life of me, stitch the 10 by 10. I tried super hard to do the 10 by 10, and I am a cross country girl, so it was really hard for me to do it. So I quit because it wasn't how I stitched, you know. I stitch cross country. I've always stitched cross country. So trying to go to a different technique and then enjoy it, you know. I mean, it's great when you're trying to learn a new technique and everything, but when you know, when you have this huge project ahead of you and you don't enjoy it because you're stitching not the way you normally would, then it doesn't become fun anymore. Parking only works with Pattern Keeper. Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out. I just don't get parking. I've watched a ton of videos, and I just don't get it. So when I was doing my Heaven and Earth, or when I do my Heaven and Earth, I cross country it. So wherever my stitching goes is wherever my stitching goes. I just can't do the 10 by 10. Now, that being said, I've been learning about the pin stitch. You guys, This is awesome. The pin stitch is awesome. I've always felt the backside is very subjective for each stitcher. Absolutely, 100%. New stitchers get intimidated by long-term stitchers. My back looks horrible from my early years, and I have changed and learned over the years. The backside will also look clearer if there's a large area of one color versus a lot of color changes. And confetti stitches. Confetti stitches are, oh. What's stitching cross country? Stitching cross country is, so when you have a pattern, where's my pattern? I had a pattern. Okay, whatever. So when you have a pattern and you have a long, you have like her dress or something, a long switch of it, I'll just go through and I'll stitch that whole thing. I don't stay in the 10 by 10 square. I stitch, you know, let's say I start in the middle and I pick whatever's closest to it, and then I'll just stitch and I'll go up or I'll go down, or, you know, whatever. I spread out. I don't keep it to blocks, you know. I just stitch cross country. I tried, but everything got tangled and hard to remember which thread was which. I agree. Yeah. Parking is beyond me. The pin stitch, I'm super excited about it because I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it. That's why I've been watching a bunch of videos about the pin stitch. Now, when it comes to confetti, the pin stitch is probably your best friend in the whole wide world, because you leave that much thread in there and it stays. So I'm definitely going to be showing you about that because it's awesome. This is definitely confetti stitching. I'm not minding the process of how the front is. It's just the darn back. I agree with you. I agree with you. One thing I would suggest is to clip your tails shorter, because that will help. I like to clip my tails super short. I stitch cross country too. I could never do the parking method. It's too complicated. I agree. I think the only way I could do the parking method is if like each needle had a charm on it, and that charm was linked to the key that told me what color it was. But I've been wanting to learn the pin stitch, though. I did hear that pin stitch is harder to do with the ball tip needles. No, no, I love my ball tip needles. No, well, okay, let me rephrase. The pin stitch, okay, the pin stitch is super easy on linen. It's easier on linen. However, you can do it on Aida. But there's this different stitch I found on that you can do on Aida. I don't know the name of it, so we're gonna have to name it. Charms are for wine glasses. But there's this other stitch you can do for Aida that's kind of like the pin stitch, but totally different. But it's the same, you know, it's the same, not the same method, but it's the same thing. It gets, you know, it's the same thing, but it's not. So that's my next video is, oh, loop start might be good on this. A loop start would help because then you wouldn't have the tag, you wouldn't have the tail of sliding under to begin with. Pattern keeper lets you mark where you park so you know which color is which. Ah, I hope that makes sense. That does make sense. I'm gonna have to go play with my pattern keeper because, like I said, it's been like 2 years since I did it, since I've downloaded it or played with it or anything. So I'm definitely gonna have to go play with it because it's an awesome tool. It's an awesome tool. Obviously, if it tells you where you park, that's kind of awesome. But I'm going to do a video on, you know, how to slide under, of course, how to start, how to stop, pin stitch, loop start, kind of how I do it, where I fill it, that kind of stuff. So, and then this other start that I've seen for Aida that is really kind of cool. So I'll show all those. But the pin stitch is really cute. If you're wondering, just go YouTube it or wait for my video. But it's a definite option when it comes to confetti. Specifically, it would be great for like if you got like, let's say you're doing a scene where you have snow, just like you're attaching, you know, there's one stitch of snow here and one stitch of snow here. You can actually tack down just that one stitch with a pin stitch, and you don't have the lines going. So that's really cool. I've been doing the parking method long before I had Pattern Keeper. The parking method is very easy for me. You need to write out how you do it then, because I've watched videos on it and I just don't comprehend it. I just don't get it. Needlebug has a video on doing a loop start with one thread, but has been a while since I watched it and don't remember how to do it. I don't have it. Oh, maybe. I don't. Okay, I can't. I was like, I'll do it right now, but I can't because I can't get the camera close enough. So, but that's my next week's video. So, hoping to have that done. There is there is two ways that they say that you could stitch: the Danish way and the English way. But off the top of my head, I don't recall what they are. But I can go over those in another video. It depends on how your back lines up. If you have like a bunch of straights on your back, or if you have a bunch of diagonals on your back. Not that that really makes any difference. But okay, we totally veered off subject, didn't we? That's good though. That's good though. It gives us something to talk about. Gives us something good to talk about. I do have a video on our site where I talked to Misty, who was a professional framer for Michaels, and just ask her questions like, you know, that people have ever wanted to ask a professional framer. And knots were one, because she's like, I get this beautiful piece and I go to lay it out and there's bumps everywhere. And it makes me sad. But when you go to a framer, oh, we've only got like 2 minutes left. Okay. When you go to a framer, it's so nice if that framer is a stitcher because she has either somebody missed a stitch. Most of the time, if it's not somebody she knew, like from our class or whatever, she just call them and be like, hey, you missed a stitch. Do you want to come in and finish that stitch before I frame it? But for like anybody in our group, she just finished the stitch for you, which is nice. Because I got a piece back once from my framer, and the minute I go to pick it up, I realized in the belt, I missed a stitch. I looked down and boom, zero in on the one stitch I forgot to cross. Oh, annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check on Needlebug because that sounds cool. Needlebug sounds cool. Okay, that is it for tonight, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me. Next week, we will talk about how to start and stop, because that sounds like a good thing to do. And, you know, starting and stopping is a big way to keep your back neat too, you know, depending on how you do it. So I will work on that. Show you guys the pin stitch and stuff, because it's pretty cool. I have to find out the name of that other stitch I learned for Ada, because that's really cool too. So keep posting, keep stitching, hashtag keep stitching. I love seeing your projects, so keep doing it. It makes me happy. Makes me happy, happy, happy. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.